I've been a volunteer at the hospice now for 15 years. The general atmosphere is a happy atmosphere, and we laugh and we joke, we tell jokes. I can tell you one or two of the good jokes they've told us. They call me the whiteboard superintendent. I run all the quizzes and all the word games from the whiteboard. And that is another very important aspect of the hospice, I believe, is that they give each other so much support. In fact, we've had patients forming their own help groups, self-help groups. So they come in, they see other people in exactly the same situation, and they are a tremendous support to each other, as well as the support we give them.
We like to think that nothing really is impossible or too much trouble for us to do. Patients are very welcome to have their pets, and often they like to bring their cats and dogs in. I think our most unusual request was someone wanted to see their petting sheep, and so they came to our courtyard so they could go and say goodbye to their sheep. On a different note, we've been able to arrange weddings within the hospice on lots of occasions. I think our record was we managed to arrange a wedding within 2 hours, obviously thanks to our local registry office.
We have up to 15 patients a day come to the day centre, all with life-threatening illnesses, and they have a good day. They come from 10 till 3, and they do things like quizzes, arts and crafts, relaxation. We have a team of volunteer complementary therapists who do reflexology, aromatherapy, massage, Indian head massage, Bowen technique. So they actually find that it's so beneficial. It helps with their pain relief, helps with their relaxation, and actually makes them feel good about themselves again.
To my knowledge, the Heart of Kent Hospice has about 400, maybe a little more than 400 volunteers. I think it would be very, very difficult for the hospice to work without its volunteers.
Hospices are well known for their work with cancer patients, but I think it's important to point out that we accept referrals for people dying from all disease conditions. Patients are admitted primarily for two main reasons. A lot of our patients are admitted for what we call symptom control, and that may be pain relief, and then any other physical symptoms. We see treating the psychosocial aspects of people, their stresses and their anxieties. If we can help in any way with those, we'll be much more successful in helping the traditional sort of symptom control issues. Of course, people are also admitted to the hospice to die where that is their choice, and where we are able to respond to that.
All hospices offer counselling and bereavement support to families whose loved ones have died at the hospice, and some hospices offer that routinely, but if you're unsure, you need to go along, contact your hospice and ask them what services they provide. When the patient dies, every next of kin, every relative is offered bereavement support, and they can either see one of our counsellors or one of our volunteers or join one of the groups, and it's very individual to each person. There's no right and wrong way to feel. There's nothing that says you have to see a counsellor or you have to join one of the groups. We're very much led by the person and what's right for them.
Chaplains are available on the ward and in the day therapy, so we will actually go round and see people, and obviously we'll be sensitive if people don't want to speak to us at that moment or even at all. But we find it, it works quite well to, have quite a visible presence. All faiths or none will often speak to chaplains about things that are important to them. And if they do need specific religious help from another tradition, we'll be able to put them in touch with someone who can help them and support them. Sometimes people get quite tired and depressed after a long illness, and they might say something like, I don't know what the point of it all is, or even what the point of it all has been. And sometimes when we can get people to talk about the important things in their lives, it helps them to realise the unique importance and meaning and value of their life. And I think that's a quite an important spiritual need that people have towards the end of their lives. And I hear some wonderful stories as a chaplain. It's a huge privilege.
We never get used to losing a patient, but it is inevitable. Everybody is born and everybody dies. And it's just that journey can be shorter for some people than others. So we just try and celebrate that journey that we have together.
For information, help, or if you just want to chat, call the Macmillan Support line on 0808 808 0000 or visit macmillan.org.uk.